GLC Real Estate Services Incorporation, your only hometown real estate agency, is a proud sponsor of the Hesston Swathers. Call Susan and her team whether you are buying or selling. 620-327-3100 or find us at www.glcrealestate.com. The employees at BMG of Kansas want to support Hesston kids in their sports and extracurricular activities. Go Swathers! Hesston Bakery and Cafe is your hometown cafe for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. Open every day of the week, we have an assortment of baked goods, specialty coffees, sandwiches, soups, salads, and desserts. Online ordering available at HesstonBakeryandCafe.com. A big thanks to Swather Power Club for supporting all Hesston High School activities and athletics. Did you know that Swather Power Club is the one and only Hesston High School Booster Club, and anyone who signs up to be a member automatically enters a student of their choice to win one of 2 college scholarships, each worth $1,000. Right now, you can join SPC for free. Look for the Swather Power Club on the Hesston High School website menu or visit them on Facebook.
You ready? Let's do it. Come on. We ain't going nowhere. We gon' stay right here. We ain't going nowhere. Stop now. We gon' stay right here for life. Going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now. Cause it's bad boy for life.
Welcome back to Swather football, 2021 football. Excuse me. Here we've got some music coming. We got our boys getting ready to come over the berm. Here they are, your Swathers for this year, 1-3 on the season. Huddling together, getting ready to take on Andale tonight. The Andale, I believe they're the Andale Trojans. Indians,
That's
excuse
okay.
me.
That's okay.
Indians, yes.
Yeah, we're working on it still. Here come your boys, led by seniors Max Werner and Ryan Eilert, and junior Cooper McCormick.
I think Max has a GoPro on right now.
Absolutely,
That's
getting
pretty
some
cool.
footage for our AV, who has a fantastic program. Let me just say that.
Not biased or anything.
Oh, absolutely not. But our boys are taking on the Indians tonight. It is a district game. Very important district game.
Yes, they're taking on, as you already know, the Andale Indians. And the Indians are very talented. They are 4-0 on the season. And not only that, they are ranked first in our district, first in 3A, and fourth in the state of Kansas. That is all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6A.
Absolutely, so that makes this game very, very important. So right now we're going to touch on some keys to the game from Harley right quick. Just forgot to introduce ourselves. I'm Kason Richardson, senior at Hesston.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm Harley Prowlis, senior.
And Micah Dalston, a junior.
This is our second game commentating. Still working out some kinks, but hoping tonight goes smoothly.
Yeah, so let me talk about the keys to the game real fast. Coach Bowerly for the Hesston Swathers, one of his keys was to match the physicalness of Andale, and for their offense, he wants to protect the football and execute in key situations. And on defense, he wants to win the first down and eliminate big plays. I would also agree that that's what needs to happen tonight for the Swathers. Andale, I think, does run the ball a lot. So it would be a good night for our Swather line in order to stop their offense.
Andale runs an offense very similar to the one we saw from Pratt a couple weeks
Single wing,
ago.
or is it
Not
just
quite
okay.
that, but it is very, very heavy run from what I understand. Andale is what, 4-0?
Yes, 4-0.
Yeah.
And playing, I believe it was Halstead last week.
Okay.
Score was 45-0 at halftime.
Oh, wow.
I believe the second string for Andale went in during the second quarter. So tonight is definitely going to be a battle for our boys.
I believe one thing that really helps Andale out is they have so many players that they have very few people that play both sides of the ball. And so
Yeah.
they're able to keep their energy up, and really just the Swathers, who have a lot of two-way players, just
Yeah.
if they can keep their energy up and not tire down, they may be able to hang with Andale, but we'll see.
Yeah, on a side note with that, Micah, Hesston Swathers, this will be, I think, one of our first games where we have almost all of our starters back. A lot were out with sicknesses or injuries, so this will be a good game for everyone to be on board with each other.
We're hoping so. So touching on Micah's a little bit about having Andale and two-way players, they actually only have 3 players that play both sides of the ball for the most part, whereas our boys have a bare minimum of 8 or 9 that run both sides of the ball.
Yeah. I think that's going to play a huge factor in this game.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I believe Andale, next year when classifications came out, the way classifications run, we talked about this a little bit on Tuesday night during the volleyball stream. Our boys, it is districts for every 2 years, and they reclassify, and they only take the numbers from the first 3 classes, meaning freshmen, sophomores, and
Okay.
juniors.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
So Andale was huge last year, but they were small enough the year before to squeeze into 3A. But
Okay.
this year, when the classifications came out next year, they will be 4A.
Okay.
I see. Okay.
Makes sense.
Looks like Swathers are back to receive. Blake Hansen and Bailey Reed. Yes.
Yeah.
Blake Hansen and Bailey Reed. Andale will kick off, which means they will get the ball to start the second half. Looking for a very, very exciting game tonight. Interesting kick. Nice pick up there from Bailey Reed. Tries to cut on the outside, far side of the field, tackled by a swarm of Indians. Swathers will start their drive somewhere around their own 30-yard line, I believe. It's probably the 28 or on the
Yeah.
28.
Right on.
Man, good guess from me.
For real.
High five to myself. And from Micah. Got to get some love out here. Sophomore starter for the Swathers at quarterback, Hudson Feralis. Ryan Eilert. Go ahead.
Sorry, that's my brother, so if you hear me picking on him, just know it's tough love here.
Feralis will send Schilling in motion, drops back to pass. His pass to, I believe,
Max Werner.
Max Werner is caught for a gain of about 8. Nice pass and nice read. Fantastic blocking.
Yeah, that was really good. Feralis had a lot of time with that ball.
You can call him Hudson now. Our viewers know he's your brother.
That's a good throw. I taught him that.
Feralis will come out with trips left, Eilert to his left, sends him in motion. He'll drop back to pass, scramble out to the left side. He'll find Eilert, who's got some room, but forced out of bounds.
Good for a first down.
Absolute number 15, Logan Speckarth, who is one of 3 players who plays both sides. Fantastic way to start the game, getting a first down there in 2 plays from the Swathers. Gives us lots of confidence for the rest of the night. Swathers come down now. Single receiver out to the left. Trips right. Eilert goes in motion to the outside. Flag on the play. False start on the offense, I believe. Feralis smacking Carter Gonzalez on the back of the head. Letting him know he's all right.
Yeah.
Carter Gonzalez is a freshman, getting some good minutes, and so far playing well, keeping his quarterback protected.
Yeah. I give kudos to Carter. Got to keep my brother safe.
It's not easy being a freshman. Swathers will send Werner in motion across. Ferralis is pressured, and he's taken down by number 17, Nathan Seck. And I believe it was also number 24, Kelby Eck.
I probably should have not jinxed him there, but that was a great read by the Andale line.
Absolutely, it was a great pass rush from the Indians. I believe they sent a blitz from the near side of the field. Swathers now setting up 2nd and 19 on their own 39. Ferralis has 2 receivers on the near side of the field. Proctor out on the far side. Eilert to his right. He'll drop back to pass. Finds Schilling on a slant to the inside. Tackled by number 14, Easton Landers.
Hudson was hit as he threw on that one, so, well, good job by Ferralis to make the completion.
Pickup of 9 makes it 3rd and 10 for the Swathers. So far, still a very physical game from the get-go. Ferralis will send Schilling in motion, and he'll drop back to pass again. And he's picked off by number 14, Easton Landers. He might take it all the way, and he does. Andale strikes first. Unfortunate.
But really good read.
Good read by the defense.
Jumped in front of that one, just like knew it was going to his man, and he jumped in front, got it, and ran it back.
Swathers did not throw a single time on that entire drive, or did not
Yes,
run
they
a
did
single
not run.
time.
I was like, I think they threw almost every time.
Yep.
Well, they did throw
drop
every
back
time.
Yeah.
5 times.
Believe Andale.
That's a pretty quick start for Andale.
Hudson had completed 3 straight passes before throwing that interception.
Last one looked a little slow to me from
Just
where
a
I'm
tad.
at. Yeah.
And the Indians' offense, their first snap will be on the goal line for 2. And number 42,
It is good.
Cody Parthamer, will find his way into the end zone for 2. That's something, as much of a Swather fan I am, that's something you always want your team doing for the Andale Indians, is being able to score the football without having your offense on the field. That's something that's
Yeah.
very nice, very nice. But not quite the drive the Swathers wanted. It was going great.
I will say, yeah, it was going pretty well.
The first 2 plays looked great.
Yeah. It's okay. Got to get some nerves out.
During school, our boys were talking about how physical of a game this was going to be and how much of a dogfight it was going to be on the inside, and just hoping our boys can stay confident and stay strong-willed throughout this game.
Yeah, you also saw how I noticed especially on the inside of the line that it kind of collapsed a little early, and they were able to penetrate in there. So we'll see if they'll be able to make some changes here after that.
Yeah.
Hanson and Reed back to receive again. Number 26, Cooper Marks, to kick. His kick picked up by Bailey Reed. He'll cut up on the inside. Not quite sure who made that tackle. I believe it was number 24, Kelby Eck again. But there was a group of Indians there on that tackle. Swathers will now start their second drive of the game. Ferralis will come out with 2 receivers on his left, Schilling out to the right, Eilert right behind him, sends Schilling in motion. He'll pitch to Eilert, who's hit immediately, tackled for a loss by a group of Andale players.
Yeah,
Loss.
so, Kason, what do you think would be the best option for them to do right now?
Passing seemed to work, but Ferralis just has to make the right read.
Yeah.
I mean, that interception, passing is what's going, passing I believe is our strong suit as an offense,
Yeah.
and we've just got to be able to make the right reads.
Right.
Ferralis has 2 running backs next to him, but Swathers get the the Indians, excuse me. See, that's just, for some
That's
reason,
okay.
that's what I've got in me.
For some reason, I thought there was Spartans, but there is a flag on the play. I think it was in
Offsides.
offsides.
Swathers will pick up
defense.
5 free yards, make it 2nd and 7 on our own 37. Ferralis has twins left, single receiver out to his right. Eilert right next to him. He'll drop back to pass again. Slips away from a tackle. Ball is tipped, but it's caught by Eilert. Nice heads-up play there. Almost picked off again, but Eilert, right place, right time.
Amazing athleticism by Ryan right there. I would say that the line needs to give Freilis a little bit more time to throw the ball, especially because we're not a running offense, but.
Just like on the first play of the game.
Yeah.
Swathers come out and trips left. Eilert to the left of Freilis. He will hand off to Eilert. He'll bounce outside and get met immediately by a group of 3 white jerseys. First met by number 35, Ivan Lies. Just a quick, notion. We have our high pod working this time, so we're giving you guys a little bit of a better view of the game this stream. Swathers unable to get Andale offsides. Freilis has trips left. Eilert to his right again. He'll drop back to pass again. And he'll stumble, find an escape, but he'll run. Believe he might have he did pick up a gain of about 2 yards.
I owe him a 5-course meal tonight. He doesn't run a whole often, so.
I was fully prepared to see him try and bring that ball up and throw, but he had it tucked away and he was committed to it.
Honestly, good for Hudson. I'm proud of him for running, so.
Absolutely.
Not under the circumstances, but it's okay.
The game will bring up 3rd and 7 on the 50. Freilis will hand it off to Eilert again. He'll bounce outside, making one miss, but tackled by 24 and 35. 24 being Eck, 35 being Lies. Brings up gain of about 2 again. Brings up 4th and 5. I believe Swathers are going to go for it, being halfway down the field.
I believe the Swathers' whole plan there was just to pick up a couple yards there and just because they knew they were going for it on 4th down, just try to get closer so they had just one more down.
Although I do believe that this will be a pass play for the Swathers.
Okay.
Sends Werner in motion to the outside. Freilis drops back to pass. He finds Arnold, who looks like he does pick up the first down for the Swathers.
Honestly, I had no idea Nick Arnold was right there, but that was an awesome read by
I believe
Freilis.
he was down on the line in the tight end position on the right side, cut across, and a nice read.
I honestly feel like Arnold this year is a secret weapon the Swathers have.
Absolutely. Swathers now have more first downs than the Indians, I believe.
That is true.
Yeah, I would say that is probably correct.
Pickup of about 9 brings up 1st and 10 on the on the Indian 41, again. Freilis has trips right. He'll drop back to pass again. Slings it across to Proctor.
Wow.
Nice pass there from Freilis. Swather starting to move the ball again.
Yeah, great catch by Jake Proctor. Looked like he was stumbling a little bit when he caught it, but.
It looked like he had to reach quite a bit of ways out there.
Yeah.
Still good pass, though.
I didn't teach him that.
Oh, don't
no,
go.
Okay.
Don't go. That was a pickup of what?
About 12.
About 12?
I believe so.
That was nice. 1st and 10 on the Indian 25. He's got 2 running backs in his backfield right now. Single receiver on each side. Freilis will hand off to Werner. Werner finds a hole. Not very big hole, but slips through it and picks up a gain of about 8 for the Swathers. From this angle? No? Maybe? Maybe a gain of about 6.
This might be really dumb to say, but I don't really see Max Werner run a whole lot.
You usually see him out in the slot as a receiver. But he does get sent in motion again. Same formation as last time.
Oh, and a flag on the play.
Again.
Jumped off. Wow.
Micah, how many flags is that on him?
Only 2.
Only 2?
Only 2 so far.
But we still have 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, 2 penalties in the first quarters.
For Andale, we also have 1 ourselves.
Yes, that is true.
What do you mean, oh?
I don't know.
Oh. Freilis, Twins right, single receiver out. Twins left, single receiver out to the right. Same formation as the last 2 possessions. Didn't quite get. the Indians offsides on that one. Drops back, hands it off to Eilert. He'll bounce outside, find some room.
Oh.
And fantastic blocking. Not sure Ryan quite read
yeah.
the block there from.
I would agree.
Couldn't make up his mind.
No,
whether to
'cause-
go.
Yeah, I
Could
think he
tell
was trying
he-
to cut on the inside
and
of
then
Max Werner blocking, but
Right when he was gonna, Max
Yeah.
shifted and he tried to bounce
Yeah.
outside when he saw it, but he saw it a second too late.
it was a really good block though.
It was. If it just timing was a little bit off and unable to figure it out. Gain of about 1 brings up 2nd and 9. Tighter formation this time. Fralis will roll out to the right side. He'll pump
my-
back to
is
his
he
left.
running?
He's got all the room in the world. Spin move. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wow, I owe him 2 5-course meals tonight. Wow.
The pickup of, what was that, Harley? Pickup of 8?
Yeah.
10
yeah.
rushing yards? You know, 10 rushing yards is a first down. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that now. Wow, I'm so proud of him. He saw that wide open on the left side of the field and went
And the
for it.
spin move?
Yeah, who taught him that? That was me.
Anyways, 3rd and 1st on the 13. I believe somebody timeout
Offense?
called on the Swathers, I believe. Brings up 3rd and 1 on the 13. That was I keep replaying it in my mind. That was a
Ah.
great spin move. That was,
I'm sure my dad is super happy right now.
well, dare I say that was the most athletic play I've seen from Fralis this year. I know he's got some athleticism in him.
He really is not like a double threat or anything, and needless to say, our offense is strictly throwing almost. So to see Ferralis run, quite the accomplishment.
He does normally sit back in that pocket and just sling the football to his wide receivers, but it is good to see him mixing it up and scrambling and picking up yards.
It does help your team to have a dual threat quarterback. So maybe you should,
I'll try to influence him, inspire him, maybe.
maybe you should get him to run
Yeah,
when it comes to track in the
those
spring so
safeties.
that
I'll
he
just-
actually starts to move a little bit.
Okay, I'll do that.
Those safeties
Rely
can't
on me
just-
for the Hesston Swathers football team.
Anyways, this time, new formation for the Swathers. Cooper McCormick in the backfield.
Oh.
Ball is on the ground.
Oh.
Fumble on the play. And Andale ball. 2 turnovers for the Swathers, and that is not what you wanted to see so deep in the red zone.
Yeah.
Great drive. I mean, it really was.
It
was
was.
a great
Yeah.
drive. They were building and building. They were getting momentum on the first-ranked team in 3A.
Yeah, I think if Swathers could eliminate their own errors, they might be able to formulate a couple touchdowns here and there. But that was a great couple drives they had. So
Flag on the play blown dead. I believe we'll have a false start on the
Andale,
offense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, another flag
Yeah,
penalty.
3 penalties already.
I apologize if I can't quite get names yet. It is a very tight formation. Quarterback is right under center, and I can't quite see numbers from where we're at. So I will do my best to describe what I can. Regardless, it is, after the 5-yard penalty, it is 1st and 15.
Yeah.
Actually, from the spot of the foul, no, it says 1st and 14 up there, but I believe it's 1st and 15. On their own 4, tight formation. And he breaks free.
Oh.
I believe that's number
Getting chased.
14,
I think he got chased down by Nick Arnold.
Easton Landers,
Yeah.
with a big pickup there on 1st and 15. Found a way to break free in the tight situation. Very, very strong run.
Yeah. I just say Swathers really have to wrap up tonight. Make sure those tackles are good to go.
A 46-yard gain.
Oh, wow.
I believe that the Swathers outmatched them in speed, but when
Yeah.
it comes to size,
Yeah.
ball is handed off to number 15 this time, Speckarth. And I believe the quarterback is number 12, Wyatt Speckarth. There are 2 Speckarths. There is Wyatt and there is Logan. So Logan seems to be the quarterback that they have, And Logan Speckarth is their running back, who also plays both sides of the ball. Indians come up, handoff again. This time, believe it was number 42, Parthamer, able to pick up a first down.
Their offense is really quick for me right now. It's tough to follow, but I think that's kind of their
Micah, how far have they moved in 3 plays?
See, they started at the 4, and they're now at the 30. Well, not 35 anymore.
Speckarth will bounce outside and pick up a decent chunk of yardage there. Nice tackle, though, from Jake Proctor. Little high, little bit of a high tackle. Nonetheless, able to bring him down. Brings up 2nd and 1 for the Indians. We have, I believe, 3. No, we have 4. We have 4 seniors right now. Werner, Eilert, Arnold, and Schilling, all on the defensive side of the ball right now. And it'll come up, quick snap, pass, deep ball, looking for number 9, Nemechek, Nathan Nemechek, just overthrown, but he was open.
Honestly, it seemed like a beautiful throw to me, but he
Just
was wide open.
Could not quite get to it. I don't think the Swathers were expecting a run at all.
Yeah.
Or a throw. Excuse me. Goodness.
It's okay. You're forgiven.
Really?
In case you're apologizing.
Andale had run it every time since, so I would not have expected a pass.
Another run.
Handoff to number 42, Parthamer again. That'll pick up the first down for the Indians. They will move the chains and begin their next set on the Swather 23, moving down the field.
The shortest run they've had so far was that run right there, which was 2 yards, and it still picked them up a first down.
Yeah.
This time, they have number 84, Redder, out in the slot. Tighter formation on the inside. Pitch to Speckarth. And he'll pick up a gain of about 9.
Looks just short of a first down, though.
Tackled by, I believe, that is Jake Proctor again. And we have Colton Diller coming in for Bailey Reed right now.
You see that Jackson Fry starting tonight again?
Really?
He's done an amazing job
He's
so
been
far.
playing fantastic as a young sophomore. We have some youth on our team this year. Nonetheless, here come the Indians. Tight snap. Handed off to number 42, Parthamer again. He will pick up a gain of about 9 on that one. Get all the way down to the Swather 5. Move the chains. Well, the chains will actually drop. And the Indians will have a 1st and goal. Speckarth couldn't quite get the Swathers offsides on that one. Hands it off, and Parthamer just drug Proctor all the way into the end zone. Proctor met him pretty early, high tackle, and just brought him in with him, moved his legs, trudged all the way into the end zone.
The past 2 plays, you could see his legs just churning and churning, trying to fight for every single yard.
Really good effort. Is that right grammatically? Really good effort.
Really
that
good
doesn't
effort.
Sound right, but
well, it does. Like they had really good effort.
But not. They had really good effort. I don't know. That
well,
just
like
sounds
you.
weird
Well, when
to
you
me,
say like they had really poor effort, like that makes sense. So why not? Why doesn't the opposite work?
I don't know.
Speckarth will drop back to pass. He's overpassed. I believe he was looking for number 34, Marks. Pass is incomplete. 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. Andale 14, Hesston 0. To create some momentum for themselves.
Excuse me. Well,
but we're going to bring up your ISO a little bit so it's a little bit brighter. Oops, other way. Here we go.
That looks good.
There we go. Okay.
Is there any way I can tell when she's on?
Well, that's what we're talking about. Is that's why when we use basketball, we have their headset set. We could you could put your AirPods in and be like.
Be a little tighter on their communication. I think they can shape things up and get some points on the board.
Yeah, agreed.
Swather's now back to receive for the third time in the first quarter. Reed and Hansen back to receive again. Cannot quite see what his number is. I believe that is number 6, or is that 26? 26.
I think.
Cooper Marks. Another little squib kick. I believe that is picked up by Armani McGovern, first year playing football, and he's still on his feet, holding onto that ball for dear life. He got hit, I believe, right in the chest. Ball dropped right in front of him.
Good for him.
Fantastic effort there from McGovern.
Pretty good field position to start.
And we will take a quick ad break.
A place for you and your whole family. Come in today and enjoy a hot meal. Everything is fresh and fast, and we have something for everyone. So if you're craving some good Mexican food, swing by El Cerrito in Hesston, Kansas. Plaza Truck Wash, providing an excellent car and truck wash experience to Hesston and the surrounding communities for over 30 years. Your continuous support allows us to endow local causes and organizations like the Swather Sports Network. Go Swathers! Pine Edge Golf Course, located near Gossel, is a beautiful golf course designed for family entertainment and is open from sun up to sundown, 365 days a year. Sharpen your wedge at Pine Edge. Go golf. All-in-One Safety in McPherson, Kansas is a proud supporter of Swather Athletics and the Swather Sports Network. Good luck to our teams this year. Go Swathers. Water's Edge in Hesston is serving up homemade favorites and weekly specials from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, it's simply the best for comfort food, classics, or unique seasonal flavors. Check out our Thursday night specials and catering options too. With dine-in or curbside to-go service, we got your cravings covered. Morning, noon, and Thursday night. For details, visit watersedgeheston.com.
And we're back. Sorry for the long ad break. What you missed was Ferrales' pass to Werner was incomplete. Swather started their drive on their own 39, headed up the field. Make sure you know, up the field.
Up the field.
Up the field and down the field.
I've been learning my terminology here.
Good. Very good.
Say it one more time, just so I know.
So when they're before the 50, up the field. After the 50, down the field.
Okay. Got it.
Tight formation for the Swathers. Ferrales' pass for Arnold is scooped up. Low pass. Nice catch there from Nick Arnold. Tackled by 3 white jerseys. Pickup. Believe that is a pickup.
Arnold has done an awesome job tonight so far.
Absolutely. He's not quite like, I don't believe it has been very obvious, but he has definitely been a very big threat for the Swathers.
Yeah.
Single receiver out to the far side of the field for Ferrales. He's under center. He'll hand off to Ryan Eilert, who is tackled immediately, met by number 78, I believe. Eliza Schultz. No, 58, excuse me. That was 58, Jack Krause. Met immediately there, and then quickly caught by a couple others. Brings up 4th and 1 on their own 48. This is a big pickup for the Swathers right now.
Yeah.
Big play.
I'm going to go ahead and guess they give it to Ryan.
Under center. Handoff to Eilert. He doesn't find a ton of room. Met on the ground and then met up top by number 4, Tegan Orth. Swathers do not convert the 4th down, and it will be a turnover on downs. Indians will start their drive on their own, or on the Swather, 47.
Quick change of plays tonight. I mean, in the second quarter. I'm
Yeah,
getting there.
you don't quite see us under center a lot, do we?
No.
Does your brother like under center more? I mean, do you talk to him at all?
Not really, but I think He likes shotgun, actually.
He
So,
likes shotgun more.
terminology there.
Hand
No,
off to number 10, Meyer, who finds a little bit of room trying to bounce out to the far side of the field. But Swathers do a fantastic job of picking him up. Gain of about 1. Close to 1. Brings up
It's like a couple inches.
maybe, not quite. Still 2nd and 10.
I'm glad you guys can see that far.
Oh, yeah. I understand. You're blind in one eye. It's okay.
I am legally blind in one eye.
Am I allowed to
so
say that?
You're allowed to say that. I do
Okay.
get permission, but I'm glad I'm not the one that has to read numbers tonight because I cannot see them.
Is that why you wanted to be just? Is that why you wanted your job to be the one it was?
Yes.
Handed off to number 42, Parthamer, I believe. Yes, and he picks up a gain of about 8 or 6 or 7.
Yeah,
We
that
will
was
wait.
a pretty good handoff right through the Swathers defensive line.
Pick up a 7, brings up 2nd and 3rd. They do a great job of not only creating holes, but finding the hole and running through it.
Yeah.
Hand off to number 42, Parthamer again. He's tackled by Schilling and Werner. Although it will move the chains for the Indians.
I will say they moved down the field, up the field, down the
Now
field.
they are down the field.
Down the field really quickly, so.
Absolutely. This is 3 minutes in, and they are already have the ball back off a turnover on downs and heading down the field. Number 10, Meyer on the handoff. He'll break free and find a hole. Tackled, nice catch there. Who was that? Jake Proctor, I believe? No, Max Werner was able to find and track him down just before the end zone.
Good job to Werner for not giving up right there. To me, it looked like he broke away pretty
Absolutely.
fast. So.
We'll bring up 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. Big dog pile there, and I believe they're going to call him short. Yep, they do. Good stuff at the goal line there by the Swathers. Let's see if they can do it 3 more times.
Yeah.
I think goal line stuff is probably the hardest, hardest to stop.
Who just ran that ball?
I couldn't quite see.
Good question, Micah.
It might have
I
been
had
a
an
quarterback
answer.
sneak from Speckarth, but
There was I think all of them were in that little dog pile, so.
Speckarth will keep it, and he will score. And here in just 3 minutes and 20 seconds, the Indians got a turnover on downs and went all the way down the field to score.
They waste no time.
Absolutely not. Score is now 20-0 in the 2nd quarter here for the Swathers.
How many rushing yards do you guys think Andale has?
Well, they don't have any passing yards, so every single yard they've got is rushing.
148.
What is it?
148 rushing yards already?
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, we know it's a stop.
Yeah.
I can say that's pretty obvious. So.
Believe our theme tonight for the Swathers is blackout. Looks like Andale's theme is pink out. Flag on the play. False start on the offense. Actually, it was a procedure call, excuse me. I believe they will move them back. Andale will now have an attempt to get the 2-point conversion from the 6, I believe. Can't quite see that far. My eyes are just as bad as yours right now. Yeah, they're taking their time. Subs coming in. While they're doing this, let's just give a quick shout out. People working the cameras: Jacer Gear, Matthew Waltner,
Katie Keeker.
Katie Keeker on the computer. And it is a pass play.
Oh.
Braden Schilling almost
wow.
making the interception. I believe they were looking for number 34, Riley Marks again on the 2-point conversion, but Schilling was right where he needed to be. I believe he was more concerned about picking that off and trying to run it the other way, which gave Marks.
It's pretty physical right there.
It was not quite sure. Offense can get called for pass interference.
Yeah, I don't know about
I mean,
that.
it looked like he swung back and just clubbed him in the head going for the ball. I don't believe it
Kind of
was.
looked like Kind of looked like your foul, Micah, that you got
Like
in that
the
one
hook?
game. Yeah, where you
Oh,
like,
the
yeah, his
technical?
arm. Yeah, that technical.
Yeah.
My bad.
Why don't you just enlighten our viewers, Micah, really quick on what we're referencing?
All right. Well, so Sub-State last year, the first round, we played Halstead, and I was in at the end of the game, and Halstead shot a 3. 'Cause that's typically what you do when you're trying to come back. And I was trying to box out, and I was trying to box out an armbar, as some of you probably know. And this kid, I cannot quite remember who it was, but he came, in my perspective, he came under my arm, and somehow I put him in a headlock,
Headlock.
to the.
Wrong sport,
And
Micah.
so yeah, the ref saw that and called technical on me. And good
Deep
times.
kick there from Eck. Hansen on the receive. I believe it was Hansen. Little pause.
Well, going back, honestly, Micah, that's probably one of the best things I've ever seen in basketball because you are
Just
the nicest guy probably
highlight it.
ever. So
He-
for you to get a technical foul is just
not only nicest
amazing
guy
to me.
on the court, but
Like-
nicest guy in the CKL. And he
In the
won
entire U.S.
and he picks up a technical foul.
Thank
Crazy.
you,
And it's
guys.
absurd.
Thank you, guys.
I remember Greg just being livid.
I do remember that. He was talking to the ref after that, and that made me
so
laugh.
funny.
Just go back and watch it on
Yeah,
the
you-
stream if you guys want to. Hand off here to
Colton
Colton Diller. Met quickly,
Is
By-
that Colton's first time tonight?
first time
running?
touching the
Yeah,
ball.
touching the ball.
It was a pass. I believe it was a little flip forward, not quite a handoff. I believe it was tackled by number 15, Logan Speckarth. Was 15 the quarterback? I think it's 12. I think it was the other Speckarth that was the quarterback. Frylas has twins right on your near side of the field. No receiver out to the left. Actually, it might be trips. No, it is twins. Eilert to his right. He'll drop back to pass. And he's met immediately by number 10, Jonah Meyer. Fantastic pass rush there from the Indians and caught Frylas hard.
Honestly, tough scene, but
A little bit.
hopefully,
Swathers.
yeah, Swather's offensive line can hold up better tonight. It's third down, 7 to go.
Actually, with
Fourth
the
down?
loss of yardage, it will be,
Oh.
they haven't updated the scoreboard yet. It is, yep, there it is, third and
13-6.
13 for the Swathers.
I'm going to go ahead and expect a pass play here.
Oh, really? You think so?
Okay. Sarcasm here. Wow.
Frylas drops back to pass. Ball
Oh,
is
wow.
right through Eilert's hands.
I believe it hit Andale's defender's hand.
There
too.
were 3 Andale players that were in the vicinity of the tip and couldn't quite locate the ball.
Even though it was placed right in their hands, but
This
okay.
will bring up 4th and 13 on the Swathers' own 24. I believe we are getting in our formation to punt.
Ryan Eiler is the
Yes.
punter.
Very good punter at that. Kelby Eck back to receive. Ball hits the ground, and it is
Oh.
tipped. Fantastic, fantastic rush there. Snap was just a little short. Eilert tried to get it off as quick as he could, and a great job there by the Indians of being able to not touch the punter and pick up the penalty, but also getting a hand on the ball.
Where are they at right now, Kason? On the field.
They are.
Where's the ball at?
Andale is now marching down the
Down
field.
the field, but
down
where?
the field.
Oh, the
on the
29.
29.
Okay.
Were the Swathers just at the 24?
So that
believe so.
punt was
5 yards.
5 yards.
Yes.
That's farther than I would have thought it would have been if I would have told you it would have been a tip punt, block punt.
That is true.
This handoff to 42 Parthamer. He finds a gap, tackled by number 11, either 11 by Braden Schilling or Jake Proctor. Actually, that was actually Fry. Tackled by Jackson Fry. That will move the chains for the Indians. It'll be 1st and 10 now on the Swather 12. Still 6:50 left to go in the first half.
Swathers did a good job stopping Andale the last time they came down the field, but
Speckarth will keep it himself, dive down the middle, but find a way to bounce it outside. Jake Proctor with a nice awareness play. catching him. No gain on that. Actually, gain of 1. 2nd and 12 now, or 2nd and 9, excuse me. Doing good?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm trying to fix my headset.
Well, we do have some time to kill because Andale usually runs out in the same formation, so.
It's okay.
Yep.
It's been working tonight.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Scored 20-0.
Hey,
Speckarth.
don't fix it.
Exactly. Goes under center, handed off to Marks, Riley Marks, and he will pick up a decent chunk of yardage there. Gain of about 5. 6. 3rd and 3 now. Will bring it all the way down, I believe, to the 5-yard line. 3rd and 3 on the Swather 5. Swather's big stop here for the Swathers.
You have to think that Andale's going to go for it on 4th down if they
Regardless
don't
with
get it
how far down the field they are. Handoff to Parthamer, who stays on his feet for quite some time. They will spot the ball. Let's see if they are, yep, down go the markers, and they'll pick up a 1st down. Swathers looked like a gain of about 4 on that. 1st and goal on the Swather 1. I believe Speckarth will keep this. Nope, he turns and hands it off to number 42, Parthamer. Actually, no, that wasn't Parthamer.
It was, however, another touchdown.
Exactly. Can't quite see from all the way back here. I apologize to all of our viewers. It was either Parthamer or Marks scoring on that play. Give Andale another 6 points, making it 26-0.
Seems pretty easy right now for them to be able to punch it through our defensive line.
Just moving the ball
Right.
up the field. Sooner or later, that pass play is just going to come out and catch us off guard again. Parthamer rumbles his way through and picks up the 2-point conversion. 28-0 now. Harley and Micah, what do you guys think the Swathers need to do to turn this around here, closing out the 2nd half?
You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I think their offensive, they're just offense in general is extremely good. So I feel like if we can match it on our side and decrease the amount of errors and turnovers we make, I feel like it could have been a better game, at least in the 1st half. But there is still 5 minutes left on the clock.
And lots of football left to be played.
Yeah, so I just think if our offense really utilizes our advantage in throwing tonight, it'll be a better game.
Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately for the Swathers, I think physically they are slightly outmatched, but I do think they can do some things either with trickery or with their speed, because they do have some fairly quick fellas. So if they can just utilize and get creative, I think they can still hang in here.
Yeah, I agree.
Cooper Marks back to kick. He sends this one deep. There is a flag on the kick.
What could the
And I believe the rest, so when you kick off, you aren't allowed to cross the line until the ball is kicked, and I believe that's what they just called.
So how far do they move back? Or do they go from the same spot?
I
of
believe
kicking?
this.
Yeah. You
Gotta
believe-
hydrate here. Announcing does take a little bit out of ya. Believe they added, I'm not quite sure where the penalty was added nonetheless.
I think it was just 5 yards.
Blake Hansen on the receive. He tries to bounce outside, makes a move, but tackled by 3. Ball is out! Blake Hansen visibly frustrated. And again, quick turnaround. Another how many turnovers is that, Micah?
3. 1 interception and 2 fumbles.
The young freshman getting playing time. Just struggled to hold on to the ball a little bit there.
I
Very
think,
physical game to
Max
be playing.
Warner
in.
usually plays Blake's spot, correct? Is this Blake's first time back there?
No, I
First
believe
game?
he did last Friday.
Last Friday.
but
okay.
Isaac Sanchez used to be back there.
Okay.
Pitch to Speckarth. He will make a move. First hit by Jackson Fry, then swarmed by Bailey Reed. Pickup of about 1 yard. Makes it 2nd and 10 on the Swather 27. And here they come, same formation. Speckarth, flag on the play. I believe we're going to get a false start on the offense. Yeah. And that's big for the Swathers, but lately with these false starts on the Indians, they really haven't made a huge difference as they continue to march their way down the field. Good job!
Thank
you got it right
you.
without questioning yourself
I
until
just
you look. Oh
guessed,
my
but-
goodness! Come on now.
That is 5 penalties on the Andale Indians, totaling 25 yards.
Still.
They still, yes, are able to march down the field.
And Harley's using adjectives like march.
I
Oh my
know,
goodness!
I know. It's a good night for me.
Speckarth will find a gap.
Oh.
Jake Proctor able to hold on there. He jumps up and flexes for the Indians. Pickup of about 11. Thanks, Micah.
Yep.
Man, these just off-screen things you guys can't see. You just got to appreciate it a little bit. My colleagues are
You are appreciated.
stellar. Well, I'm appreciated, or you are.
No, you
thank
are
you for.
appreciated.
Oh, I don't know what you meant. Nice stop there from the Swathers. No gain, I believe. Brings up 4th and 3 on the Swather 20. Big, important play now. Very important play.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of cracking up because we got some 5th and 6th grade football players running across us. Everyone's waving, so.
Speaking of,
They keep
another
ducking.
little Ferralis running across in front of us. You've got 2 little brothers who also are very big
Three.
on football. 3.
3 little brothers. If
I
you're
al-
not counting Hudson.
No, I wasn't counting. Goodness, Harley.
Just want to clarify.
Timeout for the Indians. This will be their first of the game.
You know
So-
what? A positive, though, for Hesston is the weather here is fantastic.
Absolutely. Earlier in the week, we saw some rain on the forecast. It rained down heavy yesterday morning, worried, but it is just beautiful. Feels cool and feels nice on the inside or on the outside, and it is just beautiful. Don't need
There's, like,
sweatpants.
No wind or
no-
anything. It is perfect.
Yes, it is.
Now, I would like to say perfect night for football, but perfect night for football for the Indian fans right now.
Yeah. They're having a good time.
Yep. And believe it or not, we actually have quite a few fans over there on the Indian side. That looks like great support.
How far is Andale from here? 45 minutes, an
35,
hour?
40? No, not quite an hour. It's just
Oh.
outside of Wichita, I believe. Just
Not a
just
super
west
long
of Wichita.
drive, I guess, yeah.
Indians look to convert. I'm already throwing words, and it's only the first half. Looking to convert the 4th and 4. Coming down, Speckarth will take the snap. Drop back to pass.
Oh,
Deep ball, and it's caught by number
Wow.
42,
wow.
Parthamer.
It is. Is it good? Are they moving down, or was there a?
Believe there might be a flag on the play.
Hesston Swathers are saying it's no good, but I'm not quite sure.
Was the ball dropped?
I don't think it was dropped. Was he
hit?
Was he in front of the line of scrimmage, maybe, or?
Well, I believe it was either incomplete. I believe it might have been incomplete. I apologize for the uproar a little bit, but we will have a turnover on downs. Is this the
He
first?
was wide open, though.
He was.
Wow.
Is this the first turnover on downs for Andale?
I believe so, yes.
Ferralis has 3 minutes to work with, sends Proctor in motion. 3 receivers out on the far side of the field. Eilert behind him. He'll drop back to pass. Scramble out. Tries his spin move again. Tried to make a little bit of a move. Didn't quite work that time. Excuse me. Lies there on the tackle. Gain, though. More rushing yards there for
Ayo.
Hudson. pickup of about 4.
As much as I love to see him run, I'd also love to see some of our receivers catch some tonight.
Absolutely love to share the love. See how I worded that?
Share the love.
Trips on the far side of the field. Eilert next to him sends Werner in motion behind him. He will have to run again as he is pressured very quickly. And he is tackled by Landers. Easton. Was it Easton Landers? Unsure. Couldn't quite hear it. Couldn't quite see it.
That's the third sack for Andale already.
Good stat, Micah.
Thank you.
Love to hear
We've been
it.
talking about Hudson running so much, but he's also taking sacks, which do count as rushing yards. So he's actually at
Oh,
0.
He's at-
no.
He's at
Oh,
0 rushing yards right
Don't
now.
ruin that right now.
You can't take away his
My
8-yard
God.
run.
Micah.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I'm going to choose to ignore that.
Ferrales will send Schilling in motion, drop back to pass, rolling out to the right side. Finds Schilling, but he is hit immediately by 14 Landers. Great tackle.
First down?
No.
Timeout?
Timeout. Andale. Looks like they're trying to stop the clock as that brings up 4th and 5 for the Swathers. I believe Andale calling a timeout, trying to get just a little bit of time to find a way to score again before the end of half. Although they need to get this stop first.
Agreed.
Thank you for agreeing with something that was.
I think this Andale defense, what they've done really well is keep everything in front of them. They haven't really let anything get behind
Yeah.
them, so the Swathers haven't gotten any big plays.
I don't think there's been a whole lot of, like, negative. Is that negative yards? Is that a term in football?
For Andale?
Andale. Like, I think you're right. Like, everything's been, like, they get to the line
Let's
and
look.
they just go right away.
Are we talking about offense or defense?
Offense.
Andale has had,
both.
I believe, 2 runs for 0 yards, but nothing for negative.
Swathers now big conversion in order to keep not only Andale from taking over, but to continue to try and move the ball down the field and score before the end of half. Sends, I believe freshman Blake, we were punting actually, never mind. I apologize.
That is a better punt, I will say.
Not tipped.
Oh, there's a little fight going on down there with the punter. And
Ryan Eiler does not look happy.
he throwing some hands, but
Football is the one sport where you can be as physical as you want to be as long as you're following the relatively more strict rules.
the preferred guidelines.
Just some
Maybe.
things that we're noticing here, though. We have Adrian Hernandez, who seems to be headed back to the locker room, hoping he's okay, hoping nothing's wrong. Sophomore has been playing some decent minutes tonight. Andale will take over on their own 25.
That was a great punt by Ryan.
Love to see it.
Speckarth will take the punt, and he'll, or back the overpass, excuse me, not the punt, the snap, trying to look for number 2, Deschner.
They've thrown 5 passes and
That's-
5 incompletions.
Not
Well,
a good ratio, but that's okay.
But the thing is we almost thought that they had scored all the way down there.
It is true.
I thought he had his hands on it. I didn't think he got overthrown, but I couldn't quite see.
The Andale fans got loud, so I assume
I know,
they
I
scored.
just crowd reaction.
Handoff to 15, yup. Speckarth, this time he finds a gap, tackled by number 15, Braden Schilling.
I feel like for the Swathers, you just kind of have to expect them to run up the middle every single time.
Although you do have to be weary about that sweep on the outside.
Yeah.
Number 43, Bruce, on the outside pass. That is completed to Bruce, who was in the slot. That was a big pickup there
That's
for
a
the
completion,
Indians.
Micah.
That is a complete.
1 for 6. Can you give me that percentage, please? I really want to know.
16.
That sounds like my free throw percentage.
Anyways,
Thank
I'm
you.
100% because I never shoot.
Shut up.
Speckarth back to pass again. He is sacked on the line of scrimmage. Maybe a little loss, actually.
Is it
I
by
thi-
Could
Nick?
it be?
Maybe,
Nick
I'm
make the
hoping so.
tackle?
Timeout, though. No loss. I believe he was able to get himself back to the line of scrimmage. 51 seconds still here left to play. What do you guys think Andale will do? They've thrown 2 passes on this drive. Do you guys think that they're going to try and continue to pass, or are they going to try and stick to their patented run game?
You know what? Maybe they're trying to mix it up tonight. So maybe they're starting now. Like, oh, let's try and throw. They are up 28, so
They did just have completion, although they
do have room to try new things.
as of right now.
As
This
of
is
right
still
now,
28
yes.
is still definitely graspable, although Andale will start out with the ball in the second half.
I am going to ask a question. What, with all these little football players lined up next to us, Kason, do you know what's happening tonight? Are they getting recognized, or?
I'm not quite sure.
That seems really orderly for a bunch of 10-year-olds.
all in a line.
Yeah.
Well, you usually don't see them that organized.
It is under my dad, though. My dad is the coach.
Corey Ferralis,
So you
shout
never
out
know.
to you.
You're just going to hear Ferralis everywhere. Sorry.
Now we have 3 receivers for Andale. 2 twins left. Single receiver out to the right. Sends Speckarth in motion, but 34 Marks. Handoff to Marks, who finds a gap. They spread the Swather defense all the way out, and Marks was able to find a hole.
He did stay on his feet after breaking a couple of tackles as well.
Speckarth will drop back to pass this time. Has time, looking deep. Flag on the play. I was worried. I was worried they were going to. I believe that was Max Werner on the coverage, trying to time it, but he hit Noah Bruce just before the ball got there. Pass interference called on Werner. I believe that's his, it could be his first penalty of the year.
Yeah, I would say so.
Move the ball up. Will now be 1st and 10 on the Swather 11-yard line. Back to the tight formation for the Indians. Handoff to Parthamer. He stumbles and finds some room. I believe he will pick up a gain of either 8 or 9. Clock will continue to run. 25 seconds left. They need to get the ball down and work something with it.
Hopefully the Swathers can put a stop right before half.
Speckarth will drop back to pass. He's looking overthrown on the outside. I believe he was looking for number, he's running all the way over there. Number 9, Nemechek. That will stop the clock, though, bring up 3rd and 2.
It's interesting that they would
Go for a pass play there.
right there.
Although
yeah.
I think they were running on some insurance of if it's incomplete, it stops the clock.
Okay,
If
that
it's
makes
completed,
sense,
they
yeah.
score.
It did look like even if he did catch it, he was going to be out of bounds from where
I
I'm
think
sitting at.
he was
so.
trying to make sure, give it a positive push. You know, there won't be an interception here. Speckarth will drop back to pass again. That pass is caught. Werner on the coverage again. I believe that was number 43, Noah Bruce. Either Noah Bruce or Cody Parthamer. That score at the end of the half will bring Andale to 34, looking to go for 36 on this 2-point conversion. Have not kicked a PAT this half. And Parthamer smacked heavily by a bunch of Swathers, but stays on his feet. He's a monster and hard to tackle. Swathers have not been able to stuff him at the line and keep him there.
I think you were right earlier. They are physical. It takes a lot of Swathers to take one person, one player down.
And not only is it physical, but they have players who can come out and have breaks. They have a humongous team, and everybody's.
Sorry, but I just showed my other commentators here how many rushing yards Andale has already in this first half, and it totals to 233. So that's good for a game. That's really good for a game.
I do believe that they do have some passing yards.
13.
Oh my goodness!
But they do have a touchdown. So
That true.
13 of 233. 5%.
Oh my goodness.
So
Bailey Reed tackled very quickly on his return. I believe that was either Reed or Hansen. 6 seconds left. Swathers, do you think they should try and take a long ball here, or do you think they should play it safe and take a knee before the end of the half?
I'm going to go ahead and guess that they're going to try and throw a long ball.
Well, down
I'm
36.
going to say the opposite. I'm going to
You
say
think
they're just
take
going to
a
run
knee?
it and just see what.
You want to put money
what
on it,
happens.
Micah?
Not quite sure I'd want to put money on that, but
I don't know. I just.
Frawless is in the
I'd-
shotgun, and he'll hand off to Werner. Tries to
So-
bounce it outside, makes a little bit of a move. Tackled quickly by number
so
10,
Both of us were wrong.
Jonah Meyer.
He's a knee.
And that will bring your half to a close. 36, Andale 36, Hesston 0. Rough half. Rough
Pretty
half
good
for the Swathers.
First half for the Andale Indians.
Well, yeah,
He did better than Halstead.
better than Halstead. You can say
Yeah.
that. It is what it is. I believe we're on screen, so everybody just take a little wave
Where are we looking? Oh,
at Jace here. Shout out to Jace.
you can't see him, but he's behind the camera.
Yeah, he's just sending
I don't know
us.
why we just pointed, but.
I don't know either. I mean, we have a nice setup. Just want to say thank you to all the people helping out tonight.
Yeah.
Again, believe we're going to recognize some little kids football here for a minute. And we will be back with you guys.
All of us at SSN would like to say thank you to the Hesston Community Foundation. Their generous grants have helped us bring this action to you right now. Without their support, we would have not been able to expand our programs over the last couple of years. Make sure to thank and support the Hesston Community Foundation, a proud supporter of the Hesston community. ACO Cooperation, largest employer in Harvey County, a proud supporter of the Hesston Swathers. Our purpose, farmer-focused solutions to sustainably feed our world. Our vision, trusted partner for industry, leading smart farming solutions. Hey Swather fans, thanks for choosing the Hesston Pharmacy. When you support your locally owned and operated pharmacy, you make it possible for us to pass it on to Hesston kids with ads like this. Thank you, and go Swathers. Serving individuals, couples, families, and kids throughout the region, Central Kansas Counseling walks alongside you in the pursuit of living a more healthy, courageous, and authentic life. Call now to get started. The Harvey County DFY Coalition would like to remind parents and adults they are a powerful influence in their kids' life. It's never too early to listen and talk to your kids about underage drinking and substance use.
Homecoming in Hesston is back. Join us the week of October 10th through the 16th for all the Home Sweet Hesston festivities as we fall back together. Be sure to catch food trucks and yard games at Hesston College on Wednesday as the homecoming parade makes its way down Main Street. On Friday, the Swather football team will take on the Knights of Wichita Trinity. Come out before the game for a community meal from 5 to 6:30, immediately followed by King and Queen coronation. Saturday will be filled with fun, including an antique tractor show, disc golf tournament, face painting, cornhole tournament, live music by the Flannelbacks, raffle prizes, and the first annual H-Town Barbecue Smoke-Off. For a full schedule of events and registration information, check out HesstonChamber.org.
And we're back again.
Heyo.
Hello, everybody. Still, your same three. Couple of, stooges.
Yep. I'd be Curly. Actually, I'd be the bald guy. Which one is he? Is that Curly?
Honestly, I've never seen the movie.
Oh my! It's not even Harley.
I
It's
haven't seen
no,
it.
it's not just a movie, dude. That was like some old stuff.
Oh, I don't know what we're talking about, but I understand, but not all of it. So the inside jokes, I'm not on the same page, but.
So,
okay.
really quick, you guys saw our homecoming promotion video. We've got 4 girls and 4 guys up this year, just like we do every year. I mean, it's no different.
This year, 2 of the people up here announcing our candidates, Kaysen and Harley. Congratulations.
Thanks,
Indeed,
Micah.
thanks, Micah. It's kind of cool.
It was super fun.
2 out of my other 3 sisters have been candidates before, and they've had a fantastic time with it.
It's honestly a great group of people this year.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it'll be a tough race for everybody. For girls up, we have you, Harley Feralis, Katie Keeker, who's on the volleyball team, Elsie Clark.
Cross country.
And also, yes, and don't forget Katie Keeker's also running our computer tonight. And Maggie Carlson, tennis. Now, on the guys' side, we have me, Max Warner, who's been playing tonight, Jimmy Yang,
who's leading our student section,
who is trying to lead our student
runner.
section,
yeah.
and Josh Shirley, who is also a part of AV at Hesston. I'm not quite sure if he's SSN, but
really good
musical,
beautiful singer. Just want to highlight his voice. I wish he would do a solo. You gotta talk, Micah. You gotta talk him into it.
We try every day. We're like,
Beautiful
Josh.
His voice is wonderful.
He's gonna hate that we said that, but it's
yeah.
okay.
Well, you know what? He deserves every compliment for that.
Looking for, I believe our homecoming theme is country.
It's like bougie country.
Bougie country?
Bougie.
Well, if it's bougie country, then
No,
don't call it bougie.
bougie. It's
Bougie?
Like
Nice.
glamorous
Like,
cowboy
Yeah, like
boots.
bougie. That's bougie.
Bougie, not
Bougie.
bougie.
Bougie. Bougie. Call it bougie country. Bougie.
Okay.
That's bad and bougie. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we don't, fancy country. That's not a thing. You think Hesston has fancy country?
No, I don't think any of us.
Yeah, I don't.
Country.
I saw some nice country boots in the. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about that. Anyways.
You know what? Well, for homecoming next week, we'll be playing Wichita Trinity on Friday night.
Not next week. We'll have
Dang
Halstead,
it.
so we'll have
Sorry,
Halstead
2
a week
weeks.
break.
2 weeks. Wichita Trinity will be our homecoming game.
should be a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Hope. See, I believe for the 1 out of 3 homecomings we've had since I've been in high school, we have only won 1 of them.
I think we can win this one.
I hope so. We played against them pretty well last year. Just hoping that we can play pretty well. Last year we fell just short to Collegiate. Unfortunately, and last week we fell short to Collegiate. Actually, very winnable game. Came down to a very important 4th down conversion and just unable to get it for our boys last week. So, hoping our boys can come out now. Second half, they will be kicking, so Andale will start with the ball.
If the Swathers could get a stop, I think that would be a huge morale boost.
Especially right out of the gate.
What do you think was talked about in the locker room
I think
for the Swathers?
I think that what did you say? I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
okay.
just blanked
I
for a
said
minute.
it's okay. I said like, what do you think their coaches are talking to
Talked
players
about.
in the locker room?
I think it was just you got to keep fighting, and I don't think our guys have quit. I think our guys are still playing very hard. I haven't seen anybody hang their head yet.
No.
I think it was just continue to fight. I know it's hard. I know it's physical, but you got to push through it and continue to play hard. And I think that's what our boys are going to do. I don't see any quitters on the field or on the sideline, and I think we're going to fight until clock hits 0.
What about for Ando? What do you think they were talking about?
Micah, you got that. I don't know.
Interesting, because I think it's just stick to the game plan. We've been running the ball. We've been running the ball really well, and we've been able to do pretty much whatever we want. And so I think that's really all coach should say is we're going to keep playing hard, and we're going to fight for every single yard, and we're just.
So Andale's been playing pretty good.
I would say so. Almost as cool as a cucumber.
Yes, indeed. That just
For sure.
a refrigerated cucumber at that.
Okay. Very, very cool.
Jesse
Good kick.
McGill, first kick of the game, fielded by number 24, Kelby Eck, and he finds some room a little bit, tackled by Jackson Fry.
Hustle kid right there.
Absolutely. He's just got an insane amount of grit in him, an insane amount of work to be done. He works so hard.
He does.
He works so hard.
It's really good to see.
He has shown a lot of growth this season. I think in one of the earlier games, he was playing just JV, I want to say. And
Earlier
they
in the
put
year, I
him
think.
in varsity, and he did amazing.
And he is just such a hustle kid. I mean, he may be the biggest trash talker on the basketball court I've ever played against, but he is just such. Not only is he a tough kid, but he's a good kid.
Yeah.
Flip to number 29, Gage Proser, who finds the outside, gains lots of yards, makes one Swather miss. Forced out of bounds there, though, I believe, by Braden Schilling or I believe it was Jake Proctor.
He broke through lots of tackles to get
Big
there.
first play of the second. Was that the first play?
Yes.
Second.
No,
No,
it
it's
was
first.
the
It's first.
first.
You're right.
Kickoff was.
And it was a
Doesn't count as
big
play.
one.
I guess.
All the way down to the Swather 28. Humongous pickup there for Proser.
I believe it's 33 yards.
Unsure of who has the ball right now. I apologize. I couldn't quite find who had the ball there. Gain of about 6. Picks. I just blanked there for a minute. I apologize. Gain of about 6 brings up 2nd and 4 on the Swather 22. Still taking their time. Clock's running down. Very slow. Speckert will hand off to 42. Parthimer, who finds some space, and I believe he'll pick up a first down, and they'll move the sticks. Very quick, fast-acting offense here coming out of the gate.
Parthimer is nearing 100 yards rushing, 81 yards.
He is super. He looks huge, strong legs, looks tough to bring down.
Unsure of who that handoff was there, too. Again, I apologize. I just need to focus. I got to focus. I apologize to the folks at home, and I apologize to my streaming buddies here.
Honestly, it's okay. I forgive you.
Thanks, Harley. I appreciate that. I needed that.
Forgiveness. Wow, that was loud.
No, it's not. Your mic is fine. And it will send a single receiver out to the right side. Speckert will flag on the play.
False start on Andale.
Procedure call there.
Oh.
5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, I believe.
6 penalties for Andale, all 5 yards.
All 5 yards.
I wish I could say it affected them, but
unfortunately it doesn't. 2nd and 12 now for the Indians. Brings up on the Swather 14. Still taking their time, using every bit of that play clock. Speckerth now under center. Quick handoff to number 34.
oh,
Riley
and a touchdown.
Marks, and he scores on that.
Wow.
Refused to go down all the way in there. Scores now 42-0. And it looks like they're bringing some new kids in. You think they're going to go for a field goal, or are they going to push for?
Have they tried for a field goal
I think they're going to
tonight?
go for a field goal. Yep, they're putting down. Is that 52 or 32? Somebody help me.
Honestly, I see 52 or 57.
I have no idea.
I'm not quite sure. 32 is Marlo Sullivan.
Missed it.
It is 32.
32?
Marlo Sullivan. And it is no good, just really quick. Still trying to figure out. Nice long ponytail on the end
I
kicker.
did in volleyball see a girl that came in with the team, and honestly, I love that girls do that.
That girls play football?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see.
I would love to play football.
I don't think you would.
If I was winning, maybe. And if I was like really good at it, I would love to play. I don't think I like to get hit or anything.
Yeah, so I think you might need an offensive line like Andale's offensive line if you don't want to get hit.
No. Just put like 11 of me.
11 of you? Really? Really?
That was
bad.
they're doing my
I don't
favorite
even
cheer right
know.
now, but
Wow.
I have to focus on that.
Yeah, I want you to stomp your feet, do the little claps that you do.
It's my favorite.
I don't understand why. You think it gets you involved,
I would.
but goodness, I don't
I
understand.
don't think I would cheerlead, but I do know almost every single cheer just from being in the student section over the
Oh,
past couple
especially at
years,
away
so.
games, I can tell you sure do love to cheer. God knows why.
I am supporting my little brother out there, who's so little.
He's bigger than you.
Yeah, that's why I said it sarcastically.
Cooper Marks' kick bounces out of bounds. That will be a flag on the play. I'm not sure exactly what that call is.
Oh, I can't
but
remember either.
You're not allowed to do that. I know that. So I believe they will add some yards on to the end of that kick.
I do have a question, Kason. I know that you used to play football, but when you're going in to go tackle someone or hit someone, where do you aim?
You know, usually you're aiming for right about that hip bone, right about that waistline, because that, if you wrap high and somebody's got strong legs like Parthimer does, then they're not coming down. So you got to hit and tackle low.
I have noticed that we've almost been aiming at their feet, like trying to tackle by dragging them down.
Or we've been a little too high. While we've been talking about that, though, pass completed to Werner for a pickup of pickup of a first down for Werner. Moving the sticks there
first play of that drive.
Good little start for Hesston.
Looked like a gain of about 15. Feralis has 3 receivers on the near side of the field. He's going to scramble a little bit. Looks cross, and Jake Proctor is hit immediately by Owen Eck. Fantastic read.
Yeah, well, yes, fantastic read, but also to me it seemed like a very risky throw for my brother to make. Right up in the middle of the field.
Just really quick, we've got Adrian Hernandez here who went to the locker room early in the second quarter, coming out not in pads anymore, hoping that he's okay. Freilis sends Werner in motion, drops back to pass, looking, finds Arnold again, cutting across the field. Great job holding onto the ball. I saw number 29, Gage Proser, trying to knock that ball loose, but Nick Arnold, very strong man. We call him Quadzilla because he squats.
Do we call him that?
Oh, me and Max and Matthew do.
Okay. I was not aware of that.
You can earn that nickname when you squat 405.
I squat 410. So
no, you don't. I would be surprised if you squat 110.
Oh, come on now.
Oh.
Come on.
With the back issues you have.
Yeah. It's okay.
Freilis has 2 receivers on the near side, sends one of them in motion right next to him. Hands off to Werner. Werner's got some space. He'll bounce outside. He's got room and blockers. He'll pick up a first down. Tackled by number 13, Drew Bugner. That's a neat name.
Yeah. Max Werner has come out of the locker room ready to show some grit tonight.
I love that word, grit.
Grit.
It's just, it sounds tough. And
it sounds
shows
tough, but
toughness.
also sounds like you know, like the little Cheez-It grits? Is that what they're
okay.
called?
why you always got to connect it to food, dude? Why you always got to connect?
I don't know. That was just my first thought, so.
Werner sent in motion right back next to Feralis. Feralis will hand off this time to Eilert. Nice block there by Werner. Eilert bounces outside, makes one miss, but not Butts. Carson Butts able to pick that one up. Gain of about 3 on that one. Ryan Eilert hustling to the outside, trying to pick up some yards here. Brings up 2nd and 7 on the Andale 28. 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Proctor on the near side. Eilert to the left of Feralis. He'll take the snap and drop back. Quick slant to Schilling, who just could not hold on. Right to his hands and just bobbled and fell through. Looked like he was, I couldn't tell if he was either worried about getting hit right away or if he was thinking about what he was going to do with his feet and with the ball right after he caught it.
You got to catch the ball first
Absolutely.
and then make a move.
make your move. You got nothing to worry about. The incompletion brings up 3rd and 7. Trips left. Eilert to the right of Feralis. Drops back to pass. A little bit of a fumble there. Nice. Ball is tipped by Schilling, although Proctor trying. They will call it, one referee calls it a catch, but they will confer. I believe.
To me, it looked like it was not completed.
Unfortunately, I will admit that I don't think that ball was caught, and Proctor definitely knows it, but you got to try and sell something. Minute and a half left here to go in the 3rd quarter. 42-0. Andale leads. 4th and 7 now. Swathers are going to have to go for it.
This quarter is very different from the first quarter because the first quarter they're going back and forth with possessions, but I
A
believe
little bit. Well,
each
back and
team's only
forth
had
after Andale scored.
Yes.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yes, but then they still had possessions after that.
Yeah,
and this has just been one possession.
It's been pretty long. Freilis will roll out to the right side looking. He's picked off by number 5, Seth Reichenberger. And that is Freilis' 2nd interception of the night.
Yeah, on his back foot, running to his right, and
Rolling
just chucked it up there.
Trying to make something happen. Lots of white jerseys in the area.
He ought to be running for that on Monday.
His 2nd interception of the night.
And that will bring up, Andale will take over on down, turnover on downs. 1st and 10 on their own 30, headed up the field. I believe we have some secondary in. Score is 42-0. Clock winding down here on the 3rd quarter. Believe we have number 9, Nathan Nemechek running the ball. We also have number 7, Paxton Speckarth. There are 3 Speckarths on the team. Paxton Speckarth, now at quarterback, is a sophomore. Wyatt Speckarth, who is the other quarterback, was a junior, and Logan Speckarth, who was a running back, is a senior. So the Andale Indians have 3 brothers, sophomore, junior, senior, who have all seen the field tonight.
It's really impressive.
Absolutely. And I mean, you don't usually see 3 kids that close. And that is the end of the third quarter.
Dan Cycle is proud to support those who work hard and play hard, including their customers and the athletes, cheer teams, and pet bands in Swath Country in Central Kansas. See them for all your power sports, lawn, and turf needs. Rolling Wheels is a proud sponsor of the Swather Sports Network. Since 2016, Rolling Wheels has been your local pre-owned car dealer, and we are proud to help many Swathers get into their first ride. Call or text us at 620-869-9982. Go Swathers! Hesston Prestige Printing is your local source for banners, yard signs, and all things printed. Come see us at 381 Old Highway 81 in Hesston. Hesston Recreation is a proud sponsor of the Swather Sports Network. Visit and register online at hrce.org to see the fun kids, adults, and family offerings.
Fantastic job. Harley's first time on ads. She's
Yeah.
doing good.
You are.
Stuttering
She's doing
a little
good.
bit. It's okay.
No worries. Everybody knows we're trying hard.
Also, I don't think that was grammatically correct. Trying hard?
I don't think you know quite what good grammar is.
I don't know, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Hopefully
Paxton Speckarth hands off to, let's see, once he gets up, tackled by a swarm of Swathers. Number 8 again, Nathan Nemechek, Carson Butts. That will pick up a first down for the Indians. And I believe they might also have some second-string linemen coming in. And second-string linemen coming in the fourth quarter who's got fresh legs. Just a little rough. Unsure of some trickery there.
honestly, I fell for the fakes.
I fell for all of them as well. Number 22, Roman Vrana on the carry. Pickup of 1 brings up 2nd and 9 on the Indian 41.
I believe it's running clock, right?
Yeah, I believe. I think it might have been running. No, running clock is only fourth quarter, but
Yes.
the clock went
I know.
the third quarter went pretty fast.
There weren't a ton of stops. They just kind of Andale ran the ball and used all of that clock running down, going down the field, and then the Swathers came back and marched all the way down until Morales threw that interception.
Flag on the play. I believe we had a false start there by the Indians. That'll bring up 2nd and 14 now on the Indian 36. Still headed which way, Harley, up or down the field?
Let me think about it. Up the field.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
2 for 2. I think. I don't really know.
Very excited. Very, very excited.
I'm learning.
Yeah, you are learning. You're taking your time, though.
Things take time.
Pass there.
Oh, wow.
Wide open was number 18, Lucas Hemmen, just overthrown by Paxton Speckarth. That would have been a touchdown. There was no coverage, and he had all the room in the world.
There have been multiple of those.
Yeah.
Exactly. They definitely would have a larger number of passing yards if they could just find their receivers.
I think if I was on the Swathers defense, I would rather be beat on a pass play knowing that they don't do that very often than
Yes, their identity.
missing tackles on the inside.
Their identity is to run the ball, and
the incompletion brings up 3rd and 14. They're trying to run it outside, but he's stopped. Picks up about 6 yards-ish. I believe that was number 17, Nathan Seck, on the carry. Brings up 4th and 6 now. 4th and 5. That was a pickup of about 9. And I think they're gonna go for it here.
Big
Fourth
stop for the Hesston Swathers here.
Absolutely. 4th and 5 on their own 45. Trying to get the Swathers to jump off sides there. And Andale will take a timeout. Interesting decision. I would have thought, you know, being up 42, that they might have just still chosen to punt, but
They're really putting it on us
absolutely
tonight.
they are. Although they still have yet to score in the second half.
It's true.
So that's a positive, because I believe the score was 22-0 at the end of the first quarter, or was it 24?
I believe it was 22-0.
So boys are still fighting very hard. There is no quit in our boys. Still fighting very hard. It's just very difficult, especially when you've got as many fresh legs on the Andale sideline as you do coming in. Every person is very fresh coming in for each drive, each possession for the Indians. And you've got our boys who have boys playing both sides of the ball all night long, working very, very hard.
Yes, they have been giving it their all, and that's all you can really ask for.
And like I said earlier at the beginning of the game, they are 4A next year. So that means that they have a very large team, and our boys just don't have quite the numbers. Single receiver out to the near side of the field for Speckarth. He's going to drop back to pass on 4th and 5, and it flies just through the hands of Drew Bugner, unable to complete it. It was open again. That was a completable pass, just unable to put together the pass to completion. Swathers will take over on the Indian 45.
He seems almost uncomfortable in the pocket.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It feels like if he had just a little bit more confidence, because there's not a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
Not that our boy, but the offensive line for Andale is very good, and it's very difficult to get through. So our boys, he's got plenty of time to throw. Swathers now starting their first drive of the fourth quarter.
I'm not sure on that.
I'm not sure. I can't be spitting out facts I don't know. Fralis looking for, I believe that was Werner or Proctor. Jake Proctor, the intended receiver on that one. The incompletion brings up 2nd and 10. You think our boys are going to run this time, or do you think we're going to go for another pass?
I think we're going to go for another pass.
I think so too. It's the
I'm
one
willing to
thing
put money
that
on that, yeah.
we've sort of had going for us.
We have very tall receivers, so hopefully they can utilize that in this last quarter. And they did run it.
Yeah, they
My
did.
mistake.
I believe it was
Colton Diller.
And was it tossed forward to Diller?
Honestly, I
handoff?
did not saw him run in, so I figured it
The
was.
Swathers do run that, where they'll
carrier.
run a receiver in motion and then toss it forward a lot.
Which is a pass.
It is indeed.
There was a loss on the play of 1 yard that will bring up 3rd and 11 on the Indian 46. Trips left on your far side of the field. Ferralis drops back to pass, looking for somebody, rolls out to the right side, still looking for somebody, finds Diller, ball slips right through his hands. Incompletion will bring up 4th and 11. I think the Swathers are going to go for it.
I mean, you might as well at this point.
Yeah. Now it is fourth quarter, correct? Because the scoreboard says
The
that
scoreboard
front.
says
Okay.
3rd, but it is 4th quarter. Clock quickly winding down. 6 minutes left. 42-0 still. Fralis believe. You know what? I'm going to call it. I'm going to call that they're going to run a hook and ladder.
Really?
I'm calling it.
Have they ran that at all this season?
Not this year.
Wow.
Fralis rolling out to the right side. He's getting chased from behind, hunted down by number 8, Carson Butts. Caught him very quickly. Chased him down from behind, forcing an incompletion as he might have gotten a hold of Hudson's arm as he was trying to make that pass, forcing it to make an incompletion. There would be a turnover on downs, and Andale will pick up the ball 1 yard further forward for them than they left off with. Swathers lost a yard on that drive and handed it back to them. 1st and 10 on their own 46, headed up the field. Up the field, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Very good. I'm going to start quizzing you on this stuff.
Okay.
And Nemechek breaks free. Actually, it's Carson Butts that breaks free. Carson Butts, I believe he's playing on both sides of the ball tonight, right now, as it seems. And
I believe Bailey Reed tackled him out of bounds.
Able to catch up to him, yeah. Clock still runs. 44 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the game. Boys is, I believe this is 2nd game of districts.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Speckarth will take the snap. He'll hand it off very quickly, but he is tackled very, very quickly by, I believe, that is number 50, Aiden O'Halloran. Nathan Seck on the carry.
Has Aiden been in this game?
I believe he has, but
Okay.
he's been very quiet
Yeah.
in terms of tackling. Now,
There has
he
been a
definitely
couple of quiet players that we normally say their names out loud on this stream, but it's been very quiet. I would agree with that.
They definitely are doing some silent work down there in the trenches. Pitch outside, but he is picked up very quickly. I believe that was number 29, Gage Prosser.
Good read. I think it was by Bailey Reed. Oh, that's
And
that's,
they
that's
lost.
fortunate.
They did.
Reed, Bailey Reed. He read that. Reed.
Oh,
read. Thank
you didn't even know you did that, did you?
I planned it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
And was that the first time that they've lost yards on that, Micah?
Yes.
Oh, good for our boys. They read that pretty good.
First time for everything.
Very good, Harley. Very, very good. That's you silent for a minute, and then that's what you come in with. I love it. I'm predicting a pass.
Oh.
Dive up the middle. Taking their time, getting up. I believe it was Sek again on the carry. Brings up 4th and 11. Now on the Swather 26-yard line, excuse me. 3 minutes left. I believe Andale is starting the I believe that we will chance. I believe we will win. Not quite what I enjoy hearing from the opposing team.
There's 2.5 minutes left. You never know.
Yeah, you do never know.
Pass.
Drops back to pass. It's completed to Carson Butts. And they will score again. First touchdown of the second half for Andale. Marks it 48-0.
Was that the first passing touchdown?
Second passing.
Second passing.
Second pat.
Okay.
Yes, they had one down in the,
Oh,
the
right.
first half.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
You're right.
goodness.
So yes, they have, let's see. Yeah, 2 passing and 3, 4.
Yeah.
It had to be 4 rushing.
4 rushing, yes. I missed a rushing
3
touchdown
passing
somewhere.
is 18
That's
plus
okay.
24 is
I need to make up for
42. Maybe. I don't know, Micah. I'm not super well versed
I
right
forget
now.
when they went for 2.
Yeah, I can't. They have not completed 1. Regardless, Speckarth ball is fumbled and nicely swarmed by the Swather boys. Number 29, Gage Prosser, bobbled that ball a little bit. Clock still winding. 1:40 left here in the game. And not quite what our boys wanted tonight. They were, lots of people, you know, had ideas about how tonight was going to go. And, you know, our boys still very confident, wanted our boys to come out and show some grit. And I don't think they gave up. I think they played very hard, very, very hard until the end of the game, as the game's still going. But still, just boys are right now 0-2 in district play. And, well, 0-1 as of right now. Can't, never, ever, ever count it out. Never count it out.
It'd be a
That would make it on
big
ESPN.
comeback.
That would be Sports Center, ESPN, House of
Huddle.
Highlights.
The
Oh.
running clock would make it very difficult.
Well,
yeah, I would agree
I think
with
the
that.
words near impossible might fall into play there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can put some points on the board with this
36.
return.
Fabian Blanco kicking. That ball is kicked deep. Bailey Reed
Oh,
drops the
dropped.
ball out of bounds. And clock will continue to run. I think our boys are just going to wait it out.
We've had lots of opportunities to have a really good return, either off kickoff or I guess they haven't punted, have they?
Nope.
Yeah, well,
They've gone for it every time.
they have put a good stop to our special teams. So.
And here it is. Time winds down, and your Swather boys, Hesston 0, Andale 48 final score. What do you guys have to say? Just comments on tonight. I mean, I want to say that we fought hard. We played hard tonight, and we didn't give up. We played very tough throughout the entire game.
You know what? Andale is ranked, and I think that shows that tonight, even how what's the word I'm looking for? Well deserved it is that they are on top. I will say, however, our first half, it wasn't awful. I'd say we had a good stops.
Yeah,
we also had some good.
Offensively, it wasn't awful, but I think defensively, second half was better.
We had some mental mistakes in that first half that really cost us.
Yeah, I think Ando was able to have a better start to the game and quickly get inside our Swathers' heads tonight.
And their defense, they kept everything in front. We couldn't get a big play and couldn't get any momentum.
Yeah.
So, as we run down here, just want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in. Do we have any last words here from you two?
I'm good, thanks.
This has been Casey Richardson, Harley Frows, and Micah Dalston.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want.